Saudi Arabia, as we know, their public investment fund, the Sovereign Wealth Fund, they led the £300 million takeover of Newcastle United, which is an English Premier League club, in 2021. A source has now told us that they're looking at potentially buying a club from another one of the big European leagues. Now, until recently, that hadn't been on the table. They've been looking at buying some smaller clubs. The reason why is because UEFA, like you say, wouldn't allow clubs that had the same ownership competing in the big leagues, i.e. the Champions League, Europa League. But within the last week, they've allowed 2 English Premier League teams and 1 French team to play in those tournaments next year, and that changes the calculus for the PIF because they now can own another big team and have them in the same league.
But this is why, I mean, we're showing pictures of Newcastle United. I mean, this is where Amanda Stavey, the deal maker, you know, she's famed for her involvement in Barclays and, of course, with the Saudis over Newcastle United. So she and her husband got involved in this trade. And it has transformed. I mean, if you look at how the Saudi money has transformed Newcastle United, is it that they bought the best players, paid the biggest wages? I mean, what is the transformation story?
Just an injection of cash. And if you look at, for example, Manchester City, who have just won a league, that's Middle East money. Newcastle United are about
Abu Dhabi money.
Yeah, exactly. That's Middle East money. Exactly. I mean, you know, we got the Qataris, we got Abu Dhabi, we have Saudi Arabia, we have, you know, sovereign wealth funds from across this region pumping money in. And if you look at the turnaround in fortunes of Newcastle United, they're going to play in the Champions League next season. That's the pinnacle of inter-club football. For the first time in 20 years. The fact that they didn't play for 20 years and now just a few years after being taken over by the Saudis and the money that they have pumped in, they've now made it into that league. That says everything you need to know about the impact that this Middle East money can have on a team.
I suppose this begs the much bigger question, which is the accusation is sports washing towards Saudi Arabia on the acquisitions, the Live Golf, etc., buying a variety of other sports assets and music assets. But then you look at the team and you look at the fans and, you know, they get to play at the highest possible level. So I just wonder, is there an even keel to be had in this story somewhere? I mean, it's not going to end. The Saudis are not going to stop buying, are they?
They're not. And as we've been reporting in recent weeks, months and years on this show, they've really been on a spree. And it's not, you know, okay, yes, football, they now have, they've got Ronaldo and Benzema playing in their local league. They're bringing attention to
They didn't get Messi, did they?
They didn't get Messi, no. They, you know, allegedly, the entire contract that they would have offered him over a few years would have been $1.6 billion, apparently. They're reported to be paying Ronaldo $200 million a year. They didn't get him, but they didn't get Messi, but they did get Ronaldo. They got Benzema.